Hi there, welcome to my channel mathssl. I'm speaking Thaqib Latif. Today I'm going to show you analytical geometry question, exam type question number 6. Must remember we are busy with exam type question now. So the question says in the diagram below P, Q, R and S. We don't have the coordinates of S. So T and K points are missing are the vertices of quadrilateral PQRS. PQRS. Right. So the first question says calculate the length of PQ. Leave your answer in third form. You mustn't give the answer in a decimal place. So answer must be in third form. So PQ length, I apply the distance formula. These are the coordinates of PQ, and I plug it into distance formula, and the answer is 5 square root. I leave my answer in third form. Now the question says if T, these are the coordinates of T, is the midpoint of QS. So this is the QS, so T is the midpoint. Obviously this is the diagonal and the midpoint gonna be here. And he said determine the coordinates of S. So we need to find the coordinates of S here. So through midpoint formula I'm gonna find. So this is my diagonal. So T is the midpoint. So the T is here. This is the T here. And we do have T 7/2 and 7/2. We do have the coordinates of T. So there I have to take the midpoint between Q and S. So I have to take the midpoint of QS, and then I'm gonna equate with T because we do have the coordinates of T, which is 7/2 and 7/2. So by midpoint, by calculation, I'm gonna find the coordinates of S. So 6 plus T over 2, 6 plus K over 2, I'm gonna equate with 7/2 and 7/2, and the X goes with X and Y goes with Y. So I multiply both sides by 2 because LCD is 2. So the 2 and 2 cancel. 6 plus T left only here and equal to 7/2. 2 and 2 cancel, only left 7. So the T 7 6 switch over to this side, become minus, so only left 1. And this side I do the same thing. 6 plus K, multiply both sides by 2 and cancel out, and this is the K I find through calculation. So the S coordinates is 1 and 1. T is 1 and K is also equal to 1. My next question says if the coordinates of S are 1 and 1, which we already found, show that PR is equal to QS. So which means through distance formula we need to find the PR is equal to QS. PR equal to QS. So this is the second diagonal. I'm going to draw this diagonal also to show you. So I draw the second diagonal. So he said the diagonal PR is equal to QS. We need to show that. We need to prove. So I'm going to apply the distance formula. I'm going to find the length of PR and the length of QS. So I have the coordinates of P and R. I plug it into this formula. Through distance formula I find 5 multiply square root of 2. This is my answer. So I must leave in third form, and then I need to find the length of QS as well. I apply the distance formula, and these are the coordinates of Q and S, and then I find the answer. Also 5 multiply square root 2. Therefore PR is equal to QS because they have the same length. That's my final answer. Question 3.4 says show that QR perpendicular to RS. So the QR. So we need to prove now QR perpendicular to RS. So we're going to find the gradient of QR and the gradient of RS, and then we're going to multiply. The answer must be equal to -1. Then we can say the QR perpendicular to RS. So the gradient of QR, I'm gonna write the gradient formula, and these are the QR coordinates. I plug it into this formula. The answer is 1/2. Then I find the gradient of RS. These are the R and S coordinates of R and S. I plug it into again the same formula gradient. I take the gradient. Answer is -2. Now, the gradient of QR multiply gradient of RS, and the answer is equal to -1. Therefore, gradient of QR multiply gradient of RS, answer come equal to -1, which means therefore QR perpendicular to RS. 3.5. Hence, what type of special quadrilateral is PQRS? Motivate your answer. So you need to give the reason that the quadrilateral PQRS, what type of quadrilateral is this? Is a rectangle. Why? Because the diagonals are equal and one of the interior angle is equal to 90 degree. So you don't need to say both reasons. Even you can say one of the reason. You can say equal diagonals. You can say this is a rectangle. Why? Because the diagonals are equal in length. Or you can say this is a rectangle because one of the interior angle is equal to 90 degree. But if you want to write the both reasons, is not a problem. I need to show you the both reasons, but you can give even one is fine. So why we say this one? Look here, both diagonal they are equal in length. In rectangle, both diagonals equal in length. They bisect each other equal in length. And then the Q, we earlier proved that the Q are perpendicular to RS. Q are perpendicular to RS. So which means the adjacent side QR and RS, they're sharing the vertex here R. So this is a 90 degree. So the angle R is 90 degree. So one of in rectangle, one of the corner angle always equal to 90 degree. So that's why in that way we can prove that this is a rectangle. The last question actually about the trigonometry question. He said calculate the size of RSQ. So the angle S. So he wants the angle S. The angle R angle SQ. So you want the angle S. So have a look here. So he want the actually answer RSQ. He looking this angle. This angle. We need to find this angle here. He looking this angle. RSQ. Right. So now have a look here. Forget about that side. We only got this one now. Can you see this is a triangle? 90 degree, because we already proved this is a angle R is 90 degree. So we're looking angle S here. So this is your adjacent side and this is your hypotenuse and this is your opposite side. Now, so obviously he looking angle S, so we're gonna apply the trig ratios here. Is your choice what you want to apply. You can apply even sine, cos, tan, anything. So if you want to apply cos, for instance, so this is your adjacent side, then it's going to be a over h, and this is going to be cos s. Then we find through cos the angle s. Let me show you. So rs we already got 5 square root. Why? Because opposite sides of rectangle are equal. Have a look here. Remember PQ length we already got 5 square root. Can you remember earlier we find? So this is also gonna be a 5 square root because opposite sides are equal in rectangle. So if this is a PQ is 5 square root, so which means RS is also 5 square root. And now we need also this is A and H because of the cos. We need a QS. So remember earlier we find the QS here. Can you see? So the QS, the length of QS we already have. Earlier we found the Q and the length of QS, which was 5 multiplied 2 square roots. That was the length of QS. Remember earlier we found through distance formula. So now this become cos, we're looking angle S, so AH, adjacent over hypotenuse. So we adjacent side is RS, which is 5 square root, and the hypotenuse is QS, which is 5 multiplied 2 square root, And now we simplify, and this is the answer. And now we need to find the angle S. So the cos become inverse, and then we plug it into the calculator and we find the answer 71,57 degree. You must remember, this is your adjacent side, this is hypotenuse. So A over H, that's cos. So, or you can apply sine also. So sine is gonna be OH, and then you can find angle S. So in that case, if you want to use the sine, so cut to a so OH. So we need O and H. So H we have QS, but we don't have the O, which means QR. So we need to find the length of QR through distance formula. Let me show you how. But remember, if you want to use the sine, then it's going to be OH. So we need to find the QR, and over gonna be QS, and then we can find the angle S. So you can choose anyone. Why I choose the cos? Because we do have enough information. We have the RS, because opposite side of rectangle, they are equal in size, they are equal in length. That's why we have 5 square root, and then QS we already found earlier, and then AH is easy for me to use. Why? Because then I don't need to find the QR length, because the cos I can use here to find the angle S. So these are the coordinates of QR, which is we have 6 and 6, and our coordinates we got 0 and 3, x1, y1, x2, y2. I plug it into the distance formula, which is x2 minus x1 square. You can say x1 minus x2 square, also doesn't matter. So y2 minus y1 square root. Now x2 I got 0, negative 6 square, plus y2 3 minus 6 square, and the square root. And now this is gonna be a 36 plus this is gonna be a 9 square root. The answer gonna be 45 square root. So we have now QR 45 square root. So the QS I have 2 square root, and QR I got 45 square root. Now through sine I'm gonna find. So the sine angle S I'm looking is equal to gonna be OH. So cut to one. It's gonna be a 45 square root over 5 2 root. So I use the calculator now. I plug it into the formula. The answer becomes 0,95, I can say. Now I need to find the angle S. So this becomes sine inverse 0,95. Use the calculator again. So answer becomes 71,81 degree, exactly the same answer after the comma. If you got a little bit difference, that's not a problem. Even can be a 70, can be 75, doesn't matter. So exactly the same. So 71,57 degree through cos, and through sine 70,81 degree is the same thing. This is a comma. After the comma, if you got any after the comma, if you got difference in answer, doesn't matter. So 71,81 and 71,57 degree is same thing. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. Have a nice day.